Do you ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? Welcome to Gen X Talks, and Dad,
What do you fucking want now?
are you Generation X?
Yes.
Do you have problems?
About as many as everybody I'd expect.
Well, when your generation has problems, you guys have a mentality of burying them and hiding them.
So what?
Do you honestly think that's a healthy way to deal with your problems?
It's better than what you fuckers do. You put it all over social media. That can't be healthy.
Well, Dad, I don't think I've ever seen you ask your buddies for help.
Why would I? They're just as fucked up as I am. What would I go to them for? Or do you want me to go to a psychiatrist for $300 an hour where at the end of it, they just stare at me and go, what do you think the problem is?
Welcome back, y'all out there. Welcome to the Conference Call Podcast. If you have not rated and reviewed the show on your podcast platforms and on YouTube, I would truly appreciate that. And thank you so much for coming back. And thank you for all the new people that are listening and coming back. And the people who are brand new here. It's really awesome to see the podcasts trickling more and more around the ears of many folks. So it's a good feeling. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate all the support. It means a lot. I know it has been a week or so since I've come out with a podcast, but I do have an explanation for it, which is in this particular show. First, it has nothing to do with you guys. It has everything to do with my daughter coming down for Father's Day week into the weekend. But we went to go see Odesza because we were gearing everybody up to this big Odesza show at the BMO Stadium. 22,000 people, sold out. And I'm going to just bring you right to the start. We live in the Central Coast. I picked up my daughter the day before, which is a Thursday. I believe it was a Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday. Something like that. So we pick up my daughter. Next day is the Odesza show. We live in the Central Coast, so it's going to take us around, it says on a good day, 3.5 hours to get down there. And this is taking I don't think we hit the 405. I think we took the 101 all the way up to, I think we did take the 405 to the 10. It was literally right by the USC Trojan Stadium, the Rose Bowl. It was fucking badass. I've never seen it before in my life. But I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. Because that 3.5 hours that on a spectacular day would have been fantastic did not occur that way. We left around 2:30. The show starts around 6:30, 7 o'clock, which they had. I didn't even know anybody that opened up. You know, the shitty thing about me as a ticket buyer is that I don't give the openers any respect unless I truly know who's opening. I don't know who Ben Balmer is. I don't know who Drama is. I don't know who Golden Features was. I didn't get there early enough to find out. I couldn't get there fucking early enough to find out. Here we go. This is why California is failing and just fucking can care less about its community and people. And that's why one of the main reasons why I dipped out of SoCal was how fucking overpopulated it is. LA County people, I'm so sorry for all the shit you have to deal with your commuting every single day. Unless you are the lucky chap that has a house or has an apartment that is so close to your workspace that you can just get out of your area, jump on a bird and get right over there, bird scooter, and just dip right over there. I mean, that would be the most ideal situation. And honestly, those bird scooters are so much fucking fun. They really are. But a 10 mile commute could be what? Say like 10 miles, you're taking what, 15 minutes to get there? Just say, you know, if you're taking average speed. This could take you fucking almost an hour to get to work. Wouldn't that be so shitty if you didn't enjoy your job and you had to get up an extra hour and a half earlier just so you can fucking anticipate shitty traffic in LA. That fucking sucks. I feel bad for you. And this was one of the reasons why I didn't want to ever go up to San Diego again. Because normally the great shows or the good shows that we want to see always happens on a weekend, Friday, Saturday, and we work during the week, so we have to leave early, drive all the way the fuck out there, deal with the fucking bullshit traffic in LA, and then deal with San Diego traffic. I don't like staying out there because I'm just not a fan of San Diego like I used to be. It's gotten really bad out there. And I feel bad for the people in San Diego that grew up there, or just the people that are just trying to go out there and enjoy the beauty that what's out there. And they can't because it's just turning so fucked up with all the crime and all. I mean, we won't even get into all that shit. You can just turn on your television. So getting back to LA's population, it took me almost almost 5.5 hours to get out there. We left at 2:30, and I think we got there around 7 o'clock. Yeah, so almost 5 hours, 4.5, 5 hours. I mean, as soon as I showed up and I saw the Trojan Stadium, I was like, fuck, dude, the Rose Bowl, that shit was bad. I was like, holy fuck. You just saw the outside of it because everything was all gated off and shit. But this BMO Stadium, this is so typical fucking LA. I mean, I guess this was make LA so great because there's just everything out there. But there's the Rose Bowl, and then right next to it is a big fucking soccer stadium that seats 22,000 people. You know, as a matter of fact, let's see how many people, I just want to see how much the Rose Bowl seats. 89,000 people is at the... Oh my God. That's actually not the Rose Bowl. Where we're at with the Trojan Stadium. I'm fucking... People are be like, you're a fucking piece of shit. Whoops. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was at the Coliseum, Trojan Stadium. Fucking beautiful. Anyways, it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is that they just shove all these fucking big capacity things in. This is 22,000 people at this fucking soccer stadium. There's like, what is it? God damn it, Trojan Stadium capacity. 77,000 people. Holy god damn, dude. Holy shit. So there's just an abundance amount of people you can fit in these small fucking places. So 22,000 people are trying to get to go. I mean, I'm assuming 22,000 people sold out or is trying to get to this fucking stadium at this show. Plus all the other hundreds of thousands of fucking people trying to get home on a Friday to their LA fucking apartment, house, wherever the case may be. Or people just trying to get to a different county or different area in LA County, in a different city in LA County, is just stuck in all the fucking bullshit traffic. I fucking hate dealing with that. It sucks. I couldn't get there early enough. And you know what? It's my fault. I keep saying this. I'm not going to blame the BMO Stadium. Here we go again. We're just bringing up the Hollywood Bowl one more time. I have to apologize because this is truly my fault because I didn't force the people that were in my house to leave the house early enough because they can't fucking get ready any earlier than fucking the time being. It is crazy to me that when you give a woman a specific time that we need to get out of the house, she will take up every fucking second of that time. And you know what? And I even try to prepare earlier than that. I tried to. I'm like, you know what? 2 o'clock, 2:30, we're good. I should have said 1 o'clock just to see if it can even fucking happen. They'd probably even fight me and debate me. But we're sitting there in traffic. It was fucking bullshit. Oh my God, I fucking hate it. I love my wife and I love my daughter. I truly do. They're the most important things in my life. I love them to death. But time is just not in their it's not in their brain capacity. They just do not fucking fathom how important timing is to men. Why do I go to work so fucking early? Just because I know I can get there and I'm going to be there on time. I get there early enough. I leave super early in the morning. I don't have to deal with any traffic. I don't have to worry about anything. I just get there because I just want to be there early so I don't have to worry about being late. I'd rather be there early than be late. Or push it. Why push it? Get there early, people. In anything in life. Just get there early. Who fucking cares? Be the bigger person. Just fucking get there early. Probably people will appreciate you more if you were the early one. Anyways, we get to the fucking Odesza show. And mind you, this is the third attempt I'm trying to get my daughter to see Odesza. The first time was a fucked up situation. The second time was bullshit. And I could have went to the second one, but I was just so upset because my daughter couldn't go. So the third time is a charm. We're all there as a family. We are all there as a family. 22,000 people, assuming that are there, to fill up a soccer stadium. To be on the floor, it kind of sucks because the majority of the capacity is on the floor. And then when you look all around the stadium, you just see a bunch of empty seats, and it kind of sucks because it makes a great band looks like they're not selling. They didn't sell out a show, but they did. Like when you look at the floor, and I have pictures and video, which I can't obviously show any or air any audio on here. We get banned real quick. But the floor is just flooded with people. And the crazy thing about this show was that you were given a section and then you had rows to like choose a seat. Like we had sections 19 through 27, and everything in between that we can just sit wherever the fuck we wanted. It was truly awesome. And I think the reason why that was is because everybody was on the floor. It was cool. Odesza was amazing. I was really glad that I got to be there with my family. It's one of those moments that I keep telling my daughter, you know, with your birthday, Christmas, whatever, you're turning 18 soon. So after that, you're getting fucking Christmas cards and hellos and goodbyes and all that shit from here on out, dude. That's when reality kicks in. When kids don't get any more Christmas gifts and birthday gifts, they're like, what's going on? I'm like, you're a fucking adult now, dude. Welcome to the real world. Here is the fucking unfair truth about life. I haven't received a fucking Christmas gift. I didn't receive a fucking Father's Day gift from you, you fuck. I bought you coffee. You didn't buy me coffee. That's going to be the harsh reality for kids when they don't get a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. And you know what? As soon as 18 comes around, you're just getting that fucking text message or that phone call. And you know what? I have family right now that appreciate it. That are in their early 20s are like, you know, that's still cool. Oh, but that's your daughter. I love my daughter with all my heart, and I'm going to do everything I can to provide for her and be there for her and to help her financially with other things in life to get her kick-started with life. She doesn't need a birthday gift or a Christmas gift. She can come down for Christmas. We can get her a Christmas gift, but there's not going to be a Christmas tree full of Christmas gifts for her. Get the fuck out of here. If she has a kid, then that tree we filled up full of Christmas gifts for that child. See how it works? Pretty fucking easy. So I told her I'm just paying for memories right now. These are memories that we will always remember that we got to see one of our favorite groups together. We got to see each other cry, pardon me. This chair, I gotta get a new fucking chair. We got to cry together, see and hear all of our favorite songs from them. It was just such a touching moment. And I have to apologize because, as these fucking buttholes fucked up my drive and the time frame, I fucked up the ending to their show because we had to park in this underground parking structure with a gang load of fucking people in LA trying to get out at a feasible time. And I had panicked. I had an instant fucking PTSD from when I had gone to a Chargers and Cowboy game in San Diego. And I had parked at the upper level of this building. And it took me almost 4 hours to get out of that fucking building. And I told myself, that's not happening now. If I have to deal with fucking this traffic just sitting in a parking lot, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. And I don't want to put my kid through that. I don't want to put my wife through that. They already know that I'm a loose cannon when it comes down to fucking driving. But I was nice and chill about everything. And, we didn't get our glizzies and all the other shit that we were supposed to. I fucking ruined that. Okay, I'm a piece of shit for that. I'm a piece of shit for that. Rooney, I'm a piece of shit for that. And my dog's in here for moral support. So I know I fucked up. I owe my family fucking glizzies. My daughter hates when I say glizzies. It's the fucking funniest thing ever. So I know I fucked that up. But I'm not getting stuck in traffic. We can fight back and forth about that. But overall, we had an amazing time. We got great merchandise. Odesza just put on an amazing fucking show. And if you've never heard them, or if you have listened to them, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, please go listen to them. Their music just hits different. And I'm not trying to turn you on to I'm not going to surprise you with like some death metal group and talking about like slaughtering this, that. No. It's nothing like that. This music will hit differently. So I highly encourage it. It's like really melodic EDM music. So please go and check them out. It was a lot of fun. I hope I get to see them one more time before my life expires with my daughter. I think that'd be great. Okay. So after this weekend, after that great weekend happens, we kind of just fart around throughout a couple days here and there. I go back to work. My daughter's still with us. She's hanging out with her friend that is down here, which is, I've been really trying to push my daughter because we have two different households where mom doesn't really want her to go wandering off in the area she lives in, because it possibly isn't the safest area to do that, which I completely understand that. Up here in the Central Coast where I live, it isn't really bad of an area where I live and where one of her best friends lives. And within like 20 minutes, like in driving areas, we live 20 minutes away from each other. So they go wandering off and they go fuck around. I had taken her to the skate park to meet up with her friend. And then they went, walking all the way to Starbucks, did this, went to Ulta and all this shit. She's just being a young lady. And I've been trying to tell her, you need to just be with friends and just be a kid. And when she comes up here, I feel that she gets to really explore that. Well, I got a big fucking taste of that desire when my daughter went back up to her friend's house a couple days later, and I have to go to work super early in the morning, and my wife was going to pick up my daughter later on after her shift and from her friend's house because they're like right down the street from each other. I get a phone call. I mean, I go to bed like around 6, 7 o'clock sometimes. And my daughter calls me around, I believe 7:30. She's like, hey, I don't want to freak you out, but I got into an accident and I scraped my knee. And I'm like, what? And she's like, kind of like, I just don't want to freak you out. She's not crying. She's kind of like hysterical about things, and she's pretty much in shock. And then she's FaceTiming me, and she puts the fucking camera down to her knee, and she has a gash so fucking big I can see the fucking fat tissue in her skin. It was fucking like, I was like, holy shit. And she's like, yeah. And then her friend's mom was there, and she's a sweetheart. I mean, she's the greatest family in the world. Like, I have no, she had went on a motorcycle and fucking ate shit and like hit a curb. Like, her knee literally hit the fucking perfect edge of a, curb, and busted her knee open and scraped her arm and all that shit. Trying to learn how to work a motorcycle that she probably never had before, just trying to be a kid. And me, even when she was younger, she had fallen at a playground and busted her lip open, and I never really freaked out. I'm kind of like the comic collect parent when it comes down to things, because I know freaking out isn't going to do anything for either party. Someone has to keep their head on their shoulders. And I'm not trying to say, oh, fucking heck, you're so cool. No, it's literally, maybe it's just something that turns off when tragedy happens, because it doesn't shock me. Like when I watch UFC and someone get, like when Michael Chandler kicked Tony Ferguson in the face, I was like, ah! I lost it. Lost my fucking mind. And just shocked. I was like, holy shit. But when something like really tragic happens, I'm like, okay. No need to panic. We need to figure this out. We're all good. So, when my daughter busted her lip, it wasn't a big thing. We ended up, driving our way down to Pasadena from Lancaster, which was a fucking hell of a drive as well. So, my wife is right down the street from where my daughter is, and my wife's like, I'm going to take care of everything. She's like, I'm going to come home. We're going to get her all dressed up, and then we're going to take her to the ER because urgent care isn't open. And I knew there was going to be stitches. There was no way this shit was going to be patched up. I saw on her fucking phone how deep it was. And when she came home, the pants she was wearing, thank God she was wearing pants. Oh my God. If she was wearing shorts, if she was on a motorcycle fucking wearing shorts, I would have been so pissed. I'm like, come on, dude. Let's be fucking smart first off. So anyways, she comes in because she's going to try to get it all cleaned up first before she heads on over there. And she shows me, and it's just such a huge gash, and it's not even bleeding. It's just like the wound is in shock as well. It's just like, I'm not used to it. Like her skin's like, what the fuck's going on here? This has never happened before ever. Besides her popping pills, like this shit never happens. She like never gets huge fucking severe cuts like this. It just never happens. So, and if you guys know that I'm like coughing, like I'm really drinking a lot of water, I've been really sick, and I'm going to get to that later. So she comes in, she shows me this shit, and I'm like, oh my God. I go, okay, you guys are going to head off. Thankfully, I have a daughter. She's just like, don't worry about it. I know you have to go to work tonight. Just go. Kim's going to take me. And my wife is the biggest sweetheart. She's like, I'm going to take her. It's all good. Get some sleep. The greatest family in the world. I'm like, you sure? And my daughter's like, no, just go. It's all good. So I'm very thankful for that because, daddy still has to provide. So she gets like, I guess like 4 big stitches, maybe 8 stitches. I don't know, man. But these fucking things just look like big fucking stitches, just like big fucking ropes just inside her leg and shit, just by how clean it was. It just didn't look like there was just like a, you know how like when old school days you'd figure like you would have like a 3-inch fucking cut and then people would just do like a really straight line all up and down like a fucking patch and shit. No, this shit looks like they just did like an X, like 2 X's and tightened that shit up, and that was like, it looked perfect. Shit, for out here, for where I live, people talk shit about where I live, and you know what? They did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal. It looks great. I can't wait to get pictures on when the stitches are finally out. Okay, so that happened literally a week before, a little under a week. So, that happens on a Wednesday. Jesus Christ, dude. So that happens on a Wednesday. Father's Day is coming up. I have to take her back Father's Day to I had to take her back Father's Day. It was a great and wonderful week I had with her, regardless of the accident and everything. I honestly got to see my daughter grow up and develop a best friend more than anything out here. I mean, she's been friends with this girl for a while, and I've known that they built like a bestie thing before my daughter did, just because they're like complete opposites, but yet they mesh so well together. And she admitted, she's like, yeah, you know, she's my bestie for sure. And that made me feel really good, because I think for once in my life, I can honestly like have confidence in her that she has a really good friend down here that I can trust with good decisions. And it helps that her parents are really good friends of ours and that they're good fucking people and they're going to look after my child as I would look after hers, you know, after theirs. So that's probably one of the main reasons why, you know, I didn't podcast all last week. We had the greatest intentions in podcasting all last week, but my daughter, with hanging out with her friend, with getting the accident, she was just so out of it. You know, it was fun and fucked up and hilarious. It's just something we're all going to have a story to talk about in the future. And she's going to have the scar to talk about it forever. It's great. But come Father's Day, I wake up with this shit. You know, today I'm recording this on the 19th. I don't know exactly when it's going to come out. It's probably coming out in the next day or so. But on Father's Day, I woke up with this, taking my daughter back home. I'm having this stuffy ass nose. I have this fucking nasty cough. My wife is going up and down with this fucking sickness forever. It seems like she's been dealing with this for over a week. And I had all the intentions of talking about all this really cool shit, you know, like with the Odesza and everything that was going on, and I just could not talk. This is the most I've talked in over like 3 or 4 days. I barely talked to my daughter on the way home, and I take, you know, her trip is like maybe a 2-hour trip to her mom's when we meet up. And we barely talked because I just couldn't. Like, I was so out of breath. I had to take off work. You know, I just felt like shit. And I'm not trying to be trying to throw out a conspiracy theory about this. But I feel like ever since I got the fucking infamous shot a few years ago, my immune system is so weak to the point that I'm so susceptible to all these, you know, diseases around me. I get sick so often now. Me and my wife do, and we hardly ever did. I used to get sick once a year, maybe twice. Once really bad. The second is kind of like a, ugh. Now, something hits me and I'm just like fucking shot to the ground. It's fucked up, man. But I decided now that I'm getting better, I'm feeling better. I mean, you probably like, you don't sound fucking better at all. Your nose sounds like shit. You sound like your dry mouth is fucked, which I am. But I'll tell you right now, drinking water is not a bad thing. I decided that I'm going to change a lot of things up in my life. I need to start taking care of myself because if I can't blame the infamous shot if I don't have any proof behind it. So I have to start taking care of myself. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I need to stop smoking other things. I need to start getting clear-minded. I need to start running again. I'm fucking ready for this. Oh shit. Before this is going, like, I don't want to keep you guys for too long because obviously I sound like dog shit. With seeing Odesza, and I have in about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I'm going to go see New Kids on the Block. I'm very fortunate to have seen Justin Timberlake so early in his tour because unfortunately, as of the 19th, my fucking Justin Timberlake was caught in the Hamptons on a DWI, driving while intoxicated. And it sucks because you obviously know this is going, you obviously know this is going to affect him personally, the tour, and the people that paid great money for it. And just, I guess him and just his, his band too. His band is so good. And now, who knows if the fucking tour is going to be on hiatus. This fucking dude, they have pictures of this dude in handcuffs, either walking into or out of the police station. His mugshot, he is fucking hammered fist on his mugshot. And you know what? Here's my thing. And this is where I'm going to defend my fucking dude. Justin Timberlake and his band puts on one of the greatest fucking shows that you will ever see in your entire life if you are a Justin Timberlake fan. Hey, Rooney, you're kind of in the background like snoring. It's kind of fucked up. Possibly one of the greatest shows you will ever see. And I know when me and my band used to have a really good show and we were able to celebrate afterwards, we were able to have 1 or 2 drinks and then we'd have to get up and go and pack up and we can enjoy the show, but we couldn't get fucked up. Some of us lived way farther way farther than others. And then we didn't want to drive drunk, obviously, but we like to celebrate. Imagine being Justin Timberlake and playing in front of 17,000 people, sold out, screaming your name, screaming your songs out, grooving to everything that you were doing, and your band is fucking kicking ass. Everything is spectacular. It is, some people consider it one of the greatest nights in music, in their personal opinion. It was a phenomenal show. So you are giving that to all these people and you want to go celebrate and drink and have a great time because you don't have to play a show for another day or so. So you want to unwind with your group. And guess what? Who in the flying fuck let that dude have keys? There is an Uber. He should have a personal after show chauffeur. Mr. Timberlake, it's time you're celebrating. I'm going to take you from wherever you want to go. I'm not going to say a fucking thing. I will shut the fucking blinds. You just let me know where I need to go, and biggity bam, you do where the hell you want. I'm going to shut this thing. It's going to be like a limousine. I don't even want to know what's going on back there. You just let me know where I need to go. Who is letting this man drive any type of vehicle after celebrating a fucking great show? The dude didn't have a shitty show. He's not getting drunk because he had a shitty show. That tour manager, I'm sorry, Justin, if you ever get a tour, a hold of this, and maybe your tour manager might get a hold of this, fucking get him a personal chauffeur. Let that man unwind. He deserves it. Is anybody able to fucking sing and dance like him right now at his age? How old is Justin Timberlake? Jesus Christ, dude. Why am I fucking defending this guy? He's great. He's great in all ways. He's 43 years old, and the guy, he's 1 year older than me, and he's fucking singing and dancing like no one else. He's dancing like a 21-year-old, singing just as good as him, singing just as well as one. If this man had a personal chauffeur, he would not be a meme right now. Son of a bitch. I love you, Justin Timberlake. I will be your personal chauffeur. My wife would fucking be, oh my gosh. She would do it for free. She would be your personal chauffeur. She would be your bodyguard. She would fucking kill somebody for you, Justin. And I would drive you around. And for all you guys, I will be back next week with another podcast, and hopefully you will as well. Please go rate and review the show on all your podcast platforms. Please go follow us on YouTube. You can also follow the show on Instagram. We are not on Facebook. So YouTube, all podcast platforms, and Instagram. Thank you so much for listening to the show. As always, keep positive and stay classy. Peace, y'all.